In this lesson, we do some work on parallel and perpendicular lines. Parallel lines are straight lines that are the same distance apart. They will never meet, no matter how far they are extended. So we consider this straight line, the red line, and another straight line, the blue line. If we were to extend the red line and extend the blue line, they still will never meet. So that's an example of parallel lines. Perpendicular lines are straight lines that meet at right angles. So consider this line here, a line through it like that, meeting at right angles, that's perpendicular. These two lines are also perpendicular, and recall that little square there indicates right angles, the 90 degree. Now here we've got someone building a fence. If we had a look at the fence like that, some palings and there's cross bearers, those palings there, they're all nice and straight. They are in fact an example of parallel lines. They're parallel to each other. This paling and this cross-bearing, and this cross-bearing as well, well, they're perpendicular. Now we've all travelled on a train before. Let's have a look at the train tracks. We can see that the metal lines there would be parallel. The wooden sleepers are also parallel to each other. Now what about the metal line and the sleeper? Well, they would be perpendicular. Example 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 diagrams. We're asked which diagram shows parallel lines and which diagram shows perpendicular lines. Let's do the first one, the parallel lines. Let's go through each one. Diagram A, well, they're actually meeting. There's no way they're parallel. Okay, those two lines are crossing each other as well. They're not parallel. Now, this one here, yes, they do look parallel, don't they? So C, diagram C shows parallel lines. Now what about D? Well, certainly not. The next part, which ones show perpendicular lines? Let's go through each one. Diagram A, they must meet at right angles at 90 degrees. Well, that doesn't. Part B though, diagram B, yeah, those two lines meet at right angles, so certainly we can write B down for perpendicular lines, yes. C, no, we already said they're parallel. And D, no, they're not at right angles. So B was the only diagram showing perpendicular lines there. Example 2. Consider the rectangle PQRS below. So we've got a rectangle there. Notice that each corner is labelled with a letter, P, Q, R and S. Now we're asked to complete this sentence. PQ is parallel to something. Well, let's think about what PQ is. There's the line PQ. Can you see which other line it might be parallel to? Did you think about that one? So PQ is parallel to SR. The next sentence we've got to complete. PQ is something compared to PS. Well, again, let's think about PQ. There it is. Now let's think about PS. What about those two lines? Do you think they're parallel or perpendicular? I hope you said perpendicular. Excellent. Well, that concludes the lesson. Good luck with your questions.